my name is Aideen. I use she and they pronouns.
I'm Patsy.
So I'm Emma.
I am the External Vice President of the King Students Union. I'm also working on Oweek this year.
I'm going into 4th year, and I'm one of the Orientation Week coordinators for this year.
I'm one of the coordinators for Oweek this year, and I'm also the chair of the King Students Union. So I guess generally speaking,
Oweek is like the first week of school. It's an introductory week. We plan
activities and events for first years to attend in order to orient themselves with the school and the King's community and meet all their peers in kind of a fun setting.
Because it tends to be quite a learning curve to transition from high school to university, and it definitely was for me as well.
I guess the goal of Oweek is mostly to make sure people have an opportunity to learn about Kings and find their place within Kings in kind of a safe space.
Help them make friends and introduce them to different campus resources. And at Kings specifically, it's completely 100% student run.
So that means that it's run by the King Students Union as opposed to the school itself. Oweek is also important because it helps, soften the landing for a lot of first years.
And really figure out how they fit into the campus community, which I guess going to such a small school is something that we really pride ourselves on. So it's important to have time for people to really settle in.
And yeah, the goal at Kings is to introduce them to our sweet little tight-knit community.
So students don't really need to prepare for Oweek.
Maybe if anything, I'm sure during Oweek and also during the first few days of classes, there will be icebreaker activities. So if anything, I would say plan out some interesting facts about yourself in advance.
In order to participate, you do have to sign up and pay for Oweek unless you cannot. If you have financial barriers, you can just email the Orientation Week account and we will give you a bursary for Oweek.
If you register for Oweek, there are two main avenues of doing that.
There's a link to a Google form in our Instagram bio, which is @Kings Orientation. And through that Google form, students can register for Oweek and pay via PayPal.
The registration form can be found on the KSU website, which is super easy. It's just ksu.ca.
But even if you don't do that, that's totally fine, and you'll be able to pay and sign up on the spot when you get to campus.
As well as we sent out a handbook that has all of the information you need, and that is a little bit of an introduction to the community as well.
Other than that,
just bring yourself and we'll be so happy to see you.
So we have an excellent team of current students who are currently preparing for Oweek.
There are some current students who are going to be Oweek leaders, so we're getting them ready for that right now.
They will probably be the first faces that new students will see once they come on campus.
Most current students don't need to prepare for Oweek. There are some events that we've specifically allowed and encouraged older students to come to.
Otherwise, I would say just sort of plan for the first week back to be a little bit lively.
Demonstrate how we try to operate in our spaces and how we try to take care of one another.
Reflect on a time when you were in first year and when you were confused and when everything was so new and foreign. And I don't know, be the cool, patient upper year that your first year self wanted.
King's campus is full of wonderful upper years who you can ask for help or directions, and I'm sure you will be given the advice that you need from anyone, even if they're not a volunteer.
An important part of Oweek is that we try to balance really energized, social events with more laid back chill events so that no matter what kind of environment you like thrive best in, like that will be available for you.
We have some welcome events, some orientation events, introduction on the library steps to some leaders, the president of the King Students Union,
A tour of Kings, a tour of Dow, and at least one tour of like fun spots to visit around Halifax for those students who are coming here from elsewhere.
We're doing a stargazing event,
concerts and dance parties,
society fair,
a movie night,
a sunset picnic on Citadel Hill.
The King's Pride Society is going to be hosting queerioke, which is incredible and is always a blast. Just like a whole bunch of other super fun stuff. Telling you all of them would ruin the surprise.
Have a wonderful day.
We're like really excited to see everyone.
I will see all of you in September.